podgy, and they go, yes, that's the typical looking Australian. So,
with all projects, you need to entertain yourself. It's vital. Unless you need to think clearly, which is entertainment. We're gonna find some entertainment here to help us keep our brains occupied while we glue things. So, I'm gonna do all the work, and you can think along at home with me. A little chunk of balsa wood that's shipped off. Balsa wood on top of balsa wood, or is it balsa wood on top of other kind of lightweight wood? Balsa wood. It's the magic lightweight wood. Not very sturdy. It doesn't hold up very well, but it's lightweight. It's good for kids. Remember when Melissa and Doug used to really design quality toys? If we had replicators, what kind of toys would we put the effort into designing? Okay. This is the drawbridge, so we're definitely not going to glue that. We could glue these edges down before they get out of place. Probably should have put glue right underneath those edges. Apply a lot of pressure while it's slightly damp. That's a good plan. Let's see. Not Gaia. Let's see. Browse. Let's see. What do you want to browse? We could do yoga. Secrets and cover-ups. I want to watch anything else. Aliens at Home on Earth. Have we watched this one together? I can't remember. Okay. I can only listen. Gaia. It's $10 a month. It's well worth it. Would you pay for HBO? Would you give it for cable? The people who work for Gaia need an income, and that's why it costs money.
David Wilcock. I'm here with Emery Smith.
Just because it's a spiritual network doesn't mean that the people who work there and maintain the corporation don't actually need to get paid.
So, just to open this up, Emery, to your knowledge, are there extraterrestrial beings that did not originate on Earth that would be able to pose as humans from Earth to a degree that we wouldn't notice that they were any different?
100%. You would not know.
Okay.
And they are.
And could you tell us a little more about that?
Well, extraterrestrials also come to watch over us and look at things on the Earth. And they're here to gather information to make sure we don't blow up the Earth or kill each other. So they're here just to have, get information and have it, and to also experience the life of a human, which is quite preferably like a vacation for them. So it's a very interesting scientific job for extraterrestrial to have. It's a kind of an honor to come here, live amongst us, and do things just living like a normal human being, actually, with human beings.
Like the Peace Corps.
Right. It's like a universal Peace Corps.
Is there either of you guys can take this, is there any regulation on this? Is this a legal immigration program, or is it sort of something where they just show up?
This is the drawbridge.
It's both.
This is a medieval style castle.
Are from other star systems far away that are paying very close attention to what's going on.
What are the best toys to create the best
conquest of
minds
star
in
systems.
future
So they'll send people
leaders
in
and
to do
engineers?
little reconnaissance.
Creative types.
And when they come in without permission, if they get caught, it's not a good thing for them.
No.
There's actually a program that I was
here's
a
the
part
hole.
of called the Intruder Intercept and Interrogation
Where we're going
Program.
to pivot from.
And we ran into quite a few different species that were here without permission.
Okay.
I want to ask another question that might seem dumb, but I think we could get somewhere with it. When we went back to the original Disclosure Project event, 2001, and you worked with Dr. Greer for many years. You had access to those insiders, obviously.
Yes.
In the Disclosure Project 2001 event at the National Press Club in Washington, D.C., you had Sergeant Clifford Stone, who goes up there and says that there was this group of 57 different ETs that he had on a checklist that they called the Heinz 57. And he said that many of them looked almost exactly like us. he had a theory that I guess was the common theory at the time.
So humans that are
maybe
humans
some
and not
primordial human
humanoid.
race had just gone around and
Just
seeded
human.
itself all over the galaxy. Do you think that's why there are people on other planets that look like us? What do you think might be the explanation for this?
Well, the explanation for that would be, the Earth itself has been here a very long time. And people it's hard for them to grab that concept that it's been here for billions of years. And what has happened is, during that time, Earth had many visitors, and many different types of extraterrestrials that have
Refugees, lots of refugees.
Right, lots of refugees that come here seeking a safe place to, make another civilization.
Right.
So these civilizations, colonized Earth, and with that, there was other extraterrestrials that came here and experimented with this human DNA and made hybrids, and they also made many other creatures that you find here on the planet. If you look at everything, it's a very intricate design, from a grasshopper to a blade of grass. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, and also with intelligent design, usually when these genetic forms come here, they have to have a base species to begin to engineer. And from what I'm told, the sun and our
They
planet
have to have
has
a base
certain
species?
frequency that determines what kind of life form we will be. 5 fingers,
That's
mammalian,
unexpected.
and have a certain form.
Oh,
So
let's start
there's
over
also
here.
that aspect to the development of
corner
species.
can line
And
up.
they come in and they begin to use, various genomes to change the race.
Right.
Ooh,
One of the things that this
Glue the
insider
footprint.
Jacob told me, and he's the guy who has claimed to be in the secret space program and visited over 2,000 off-planet locations, and had information that correlated perfectly with what you said, Corey, when you showed up. He said that Earth has a much higher complexity of a genetic wave that supports far more diversity of life on this planet than would normally be able to happen on other planets. So a lot of ETs have wanted to come here because you can basically drop off any life form you want and it'll be able to live here. Whereas that might not normally happen. Have either of you heard of something
I
like
wouldn't
that?
say any life form, but yes, I would say that does happen, and I would say that a lot of the new species that people are finding every day, people are finding new types of insects and new types of creatures on the bottom of the ocean. So these discoveries are every day if you look it up. Every day there's something discovered, especially like in the Amazon and whatnot with plant life and small animals. So where are those coming from, and why haven't we seen those so long? We've been here, 2,000 years, so, what's going on? And this is what's going on. We're being seeded still to this day.
Oh.
And genetic mutation is still happening to this day with all of us, and the animals, and the oceans. So, it's just evolving here as well. Don't take mutation as a bad thing, because some mutations are good because it keeps us alive.
What was interesting is in the intruder interceptor interrogation program,
can vaccines cause
about 10
mutations?
to 15% of the beings that
Positive
we
mutation.
processed were what we would call alien looking. Most of them were very human looking, and they weren't augmented to look human. They were humans, right? Just from a
Makes me
different
wonder.
planet. And they would normally be picked up in countries where they would most likely blend in. It's like there were some Polynesian looking ones.
Right.
So
Nordics and all this, right?
It definitely has to be
Like
asked.
boxers?
If there is
They
some
cut
kind
off
of
their tails,
regulation
the
of
dogs.
this, it's clearly not the United
Breed
Nations,
of
it's
dogs.
clearly not elected officials. How is
And then
this
sometimes they're
government?
just born
Who's in
without
charge?
tails.
most of the information from this
Save the
program is very
species of pain.
and has to have
Don't
shared
need
it.
it.
But the interesting thing
Weird.
is that if any type of
So if we're
a certain category of
vaccinating for
insectoid being
measles and
or
polio, eventually
any
we're gonna
type
have to
of
stop
reptilian being,
vaccinating for that?
reptilian being was recovered
How
in
would
this
we
program,
determine
they were turned over to the Draco.
that would be
So,
meant?
and some of them were not friendly at
Safe
all
to
to the
no longer.
Draco.
So how would
Vaccinate.
somebody who has such a diverse biological makeup be able to walk around on Earth? Like what's going on there?
Like I said, many of them look like us. Others are able to augment their appearance. They're
Augment.
so highly intelligent
Change
that
it
they're
up.
able to blend in with no problem. And you were saying that they had jobs.
Permanently?
I was there when it was a
Or
high
temporarily? Or
level
closed?
executive was pulled out of a high-rise building in the middle of the day. They delta waved everyone there, went in and ingress egress from the roof, took him out and brought him up for interrogation. And he had been on the earth for well over a decade and had blended in, had created a identity, and was now at a high position in the corporation.
Wow.
You know, they prepare these, extraterrestrials to come to this planet. So, there is some genetic, inoculations going on, like what we do here as far as frequency goes, how they survive here. And even as far as getting, certain procedures done on their body so they can digest certain food and things like this. So there's a big augmentation for the extraterrestrial
And acclimation.
and acclimation.
What was when they were tracing back in the program a lot of these beings when their origin of when they got here, because they're able to trace it back technologically. It's very interesting. They found out that their first point of contact on this planet was an abductee that knew what they were doing. They were taking this extraterrestrial in, teaching them how to, all about taxes, all about the things from our society to help them integrate.
So you're saying that an ET group that looks human would scoop somebody up at night out of their home, let's say, and then bring them up to the ship and interview them about Earth culture, and then learn from that.
I'm saying that these abductees may find their friends and family may find them out of the blue having a roommate, that they are teaching how to acclimate into our society.
That's very interesting. So the abductee is aware
So could
that
you
this
handle
person
that?
is not a regular person?
Absolutely.
How do they ensure silence?
Well, these people are dedicated to helping this race. They've got a whole mission and statement. You know, they're helping humanity, or for whatever reason. But they're unapologetic when they've been interviewed.
So, Corey, you were starting to answer the question of how is this governed, who's in charge, and who is responsible for making the call as to whether someone is a legal or an illegal immigrant.
Ultimately, it's a corporate decision. That Interplanetary Corporate Conglomerate heads up that initiative.
And that's a division of the Secret Space Program.
It is.
Yeah.
And they report, obviously, to the Draco. Yeah, there were times when we would get in a reptilian-type being that they completely were freaked out at the prospect of being sent to the reptilians.
Oh, really?
To the Draco. They were basically here, scouting, looking for tactics and ways to infiltrate and defeat the Draco. So they were an enemy. And there were different types, and there were some different insectoid types as well that they were immediately on the list to be handed over, and they would scream and protest about being sent.
So, we have talked about this on the show before, but in case someone hasn't been watching, how would an insectoid type be able to walk around on Earth undetected?
A lot of the insectoids, and I reported on Mars, there were 2 or 3 different security outposts that saw a being walking their way, and they were each describing them differently.
Really?
One of them saw a human in their group's gear, the proper gear. Another one saw they saw something differently. So these beings have this, and they assumed it was part of their development as they were predators, developing the ability to stun their prey, with their minds. But it would make their prey see things
right there. That's right.
So what they do is they can affect the consciousness of thousands of people at one time, and some of them are technologically enhanced, and it causes us to see them. And if we were to touch them, our minds, what the mind perceives, the body believes. If our mind is telling us that we're touching human skin, that's what we're going to experience. So it's all in the mind.
Right, yeah, absolutely, that is true.
Were you familiar with that happening, that beings could throw an image over themselves when someone looked at them?
Over thousands of people, even.
Really?
Yeah, so they have great mental magic, that they can make you believe anything and make you see anything. And that's very dangerous in a way, but luckily there's nothing, that has gone too bad with that I'm aware of. But operating on these beings, which I've seen them, plus I've seen them outfitted with types of, like you said, these other devices that are plugged directly into their body.
Like a wet wired socket that's in their body?
Some,
Yes,
Really?
yeah.
some just touching it to their skin interacted with the neurology, there was no type of surgical implant. Like the one that I talked about, it, strangely enough, is an insect where it had segmented arms, you know, like an insect. Sure. And its biceps and tricep, you know, segments like this. And on the bicep part of the segment was a bracelet. And they had a difficult time capturing these things because they were able to touch this bracelet or activate this bracelet, and they would vibrate so fast that you couldn't see them. Right. And I think it was a Marine or one of the security guys took it and put it on his bicep and turned it on, and it shook him to death violently.
Oh, wow.
So,
Did you ever see any type of hardware that the beings' bodies were wearing when they got brought in on these gurneys?
Oh yes, many of them. Some had like very skin-tight suits on that were made up of billions of spheres, micro nanospheres. We later learned that was, and we reverse engineered that into these special predator suits that reflect whatever's behind you, in front of you.
Right.
So it's the ultimate camouflage, and that was all reverse engineered from even insectoids came in with partially clothed or or whatnot. I get that question a lot. You know,
Do other
DETs or
societies
do
still
aliens
use
that
wood?
just, you know, it's not inappropriate wear, you know,
They use it as
clothing.
an
And
art?
yes, they do, but it's very rare, and it's more functional. Yeah, it's a tool at the same time, and they use it, and they use it for many different things. And like these bracelets, I've seen these things on beings, and that come in, and some of them actually come in. They don't like strip it down. You know, the ET, when I get it, it could have things on it already. It just came to me first. And
But you're not allowed to do anything you're not authorized to, right? So you couldn't even touch it or...
oh no, if I'm seeing it, it means that we're doing something. I have something to do with this extraterrestrial.
But you couldn't
for sure.
touch the bracelet, let's say.
No, I wouldn't touch it. Oh gosh, no, I would never touch anything. You know, because it's like I do underwater photography, and I'll film these guys all day long. You know, swimming, grabbing these great whites and these hammerheads and taking a little ride. But I'm not interacting with them because I'm not. I don't know. You know, I don't know them well enough. And when you see an extraterrestrial there with a bunch of gear on it, and you just need to do a skin scraping, you know, you're not gonna. You don't want to mess with that. Because so many people have died in the projects because curiosity killed the cat. And I've seen hundreds of videos of technicians, and they show us when things go bad. Everything's recorded. So I've seen a lot of deaths, you know, on video. They show us, like, make sure this doesn't happen to you. You know, and that's these things where they try to take a piece of jewelry off, they think, or to get to a spot, or, you know, they move the body in certain positions also that somehow activate something.
or they'll release a gas, or
Oh, my goodness. Right. And that's why now we're in spacesuits, of course, and all this stuff, because you
Is
never know,
not
especially if you never had that species
a good-
before, you know, what could happen. And, you know, there's many accidents that happen that, you know, you don't hear
Yeah,
about.
there's some
Actually.
chemicals that are in these beings that interact with air and moisture
We gotta
that
go
will
for it.
catch on fire or explode. Yes.
Well, you mentioned the predator suit, and this is a question I'm sure we would get in the comment section if I don't ask it. Would there be, are there certain situations like what happened in the movie Predator where a being comes here and basically just wants to kill a bunch of people until somebody catches it?
I'm not aware of that. Maybe you are, Corey. I've
No.
never.
No, they come in with a very small footprint and want to be undetected. This area is policed too much for that kind of thing.
Well, so we can safely dispense with a lot of the fear
This
porn that people might try to concoct if they
area.
don't have this question answered by you
Reference
guys.
to Earth and our
Because people
solar
are going to
system.
think that there's beings that are just going around and biting people's heads off and doing all kinds of crazy,
No,
nasty
no.
stuff.
Those are called humans.
Yeah, the biggest monsters on this planet are human. But no, a lot of these beings, they're just here to study us and to get into it, and are doing research.
And it sounds actually like what you were saying before, Corey, that if one of these beings gets captured when it's here on an unapproved mission, that's a lot worse than if it wasn't captured because of what happens when it goes to the Draco.
Well, yeah, and also the scope of
Okay.
this program, the intercepted
Just add
interrogation
more glue
program,
again.
is they also monitor, like Men in Black, monitor ETs that are here with permission. They're integrated into our society. They also manage them to keep them apart if they're groups that don't get along well, or if they happen to mix, and not get along, then this group goes down and they basically behave as police.
Well, we've talked about this before, Corey, but I also think it's important to reiterate, and I know you don't have really specific data, but do we have any sense as to how many approved immigrants there are on this planet that are not from here, that are blending in our society?
It was, back in the 90s, it was many tens of thousands, many thousands. And
100,000 is the numbers I'm recently getting in the past 6 months.
And it was probably a smaller number when I was in, but it was it was in just about every country as well that they were integrated.
Well, if you said 100,000 is a number you got in a briefing recently, and then Corey, you said that the genetic type determines where they go, these would be maybe fairly evenly distributed throughout the
Not
planet?
coming
or
out
will
fast
they go
enough.
to more of the developed countries instead?
It depends on their mission. Like
Is
some
it
of them are
adjust the
here
flow
as
as needed?
Peace, like a Peace Corps.
Yes, if you clean the tip,
So,
it will
Some
end
of
up
them
looking
are
neater.
here to spend time amongst
Well,
the
neater.
poorest of us, to learn about our development
You're
and
listening to
how
the
they ride
stories.
it.
Yeah, you're listening to the people's stories, and they're recording all this information from country to country into a huge database, and they're trying to figure out
Yeah.
what went wrong, or where are we going,
Our sociology,
Right, they're trying to help us, but by doing that and getting, someone to in Zimbabwe and someone in Poland and someone in Russia.
His
someone in
bumpy bit,
America,
that's where the trouble
all
is.
these, agents are, recording all this stuff and finding and reading the emotion behind it and seeing how, who's responsible for that. And they're going up the chain too. It's not just just regular farmers and people out in the woods. It's actually now becoming pretty popular to have this extraterrestrial exchange student and this training and stuff.
So if the Draco are ultimately regulating the immigration, and they are, of course, diabolical, chaotic evil, then how would somebody get a benevolent plan approved if they're going up against this very...
It's more of an understanding. It's more of an understanding that if we have a certain group that presents itself, certain types of beings, that we will, because of this alliance we have with the Draco, that we will pass these prisoners on. I'm sure we have some sort of similar agreement with them, but if they run across a certain type of situation, information gets passed to us. It's kind of how they do these treaties.
So maybe there are universal laws
Okay.
where the Draco have to allow
Does
some of
line
this
up
to happen
pretty
as long
much
as it's done
perfectly at
through
the corner.
approved channels.
Possibly, but the Draco do not control everything. They just control a certain
He's gonna try to find
percentage.
the original
So one of the things that we had as a viewer question that we wanted to throw in here
and match it.
is regarding abductions. Now, Emery, you talked before about PLFs.
Yeah, if you can
so
wiggle it
just to
slightly
set
and
this
it's
up,
not
could you
wiggling at the
again remind
base,
us
then that's a good
what
sign.
you knew about PLFs, what do they look
Your
like?
table wiggles
what
instead of the
what does that
base.
mean? What is a PLF?
Well,
It's big.
program life form is a bioengineered
Because I pushed them in the
cybernetic
on
organism.
one side.
And what
Okay.
it does is they grow these and they outfit them for many different missions. So one of the ones I saw looked like Felix the cat.
Really?
Yeah, it was about 3.5, 4 feet tall. It was very agile.
I think this
Came to one of our rental homes during a CE5 expedition at night, and it scared one of our
That doesn't
master
get
team
glued in.
leaders in the bedroom. And I was running a lot of security back then, and I was in that house with the core team. And
would be way out there. Yeah, that's a potato. Let me see. Maybe a lot of potatoes. What is this? Let's see. Now why?
What are you doing? Why are you opening everything? Get out of this stuff! Those are my packages.
I'm going back to work.
All right. What if it was customizable? Non-gluten parts. done that first. This is the trap door. You gotta fall in the jail. This is the jail door. It slides here. And, yeah. We lost our TV, Zoogs.
And I just jumped out of bed in my underwear and I ran out and out the door with my gun. And sure enough, it was trying to get into the window of the home. And it just stood up and walked 10 feet, and it's a 3-foot brick stone wall. And after that's a cliff, just with jagged rocks, going down at a 45-degree or less angle. And I was just so amazed and intrigued by its, beautiful eyes and ears, and the way it was moving was so fluid. And it just emanated this most horrible energy that makes you gut-wrenchingly sick to your stomach, but I was still able to stand. It was more like a seasick feeling, automatically I just wanted to vomit. So it
Well,
just
no, wait a minute. When you say it looked like Felix the Cat, are we saying comically, obviously looking like Felix the Cat?
comically, think of a rubber latex Felix the Cat standing, about 4 feet tall,
Oh my god.
and it's double jointed in the kneecaps, by the way, and it just was. And I had a very bright light.
See, I should have closed the bottle. I should have closed the bottle before I abandoned the bottle.
Basically hopped from rock to rock so quickly.
Next time, close the bottle.
And went away. It was there for surveillance, and whoever was remote controlling that, because that afternoon at noon, when I looked up on the cliff, about 100 stories up, were 2 black SUVs and 6 suits. They didn't know I seen them. I was working in the backyard and went under this rock, this canyon, and looked up at them. And I totally got a great look at them. So they were already planning it out to get in this house. We also found, very odd footprints on the outside table and spa that went up to the roof. So this being had already been around the house a few times, at 3:30, 4 o'clock a.m., surveilling, this. So these creatures might be used for surveillance. They might be used for a one-way mission. They're also put on spacecraft to go to different places to gather information and hopefully come back.
They weaponize them also.
Right? They're amazing weapons, and they also make them so they can only, swim in the water maybe. Or, so it's very, the way they design these, maybe it's going to be in the Arctic. So you need an Arctic one, you need a tropical one. You need, all these different types of environments it's geared for that environment to that specific mission. So it's not a conscious being. This is a remote controlled, half organic, mostly cybernetic organism that they have perfected, in the mill labs.
So this viewer is thinking that if there is an authentic abduction, that you're going to have organ harvesting and fetuses implanted
From a real extraterrestrial?
Right.
Bro. Well, I'm telling you, these beings have traveled billions
Better
of
to
light
add too much
years,
glue and wipe it off.
That means they have something
Especially when it comes to wood glue.
gas oil powering their little ship.
Wood
they
glue is
mastered zero
sandable.
Energy, free energy, in time and space.
You can sand it off, so that the
This
stain still
physics that
takes
we're
well.
dying to, have this technology. That means they can pretty much make anything they want. Anything they want. So they don't need,
Our technology is consciousness and vibration. They understand the co-creative consciousness and everything is vibration and how to manipulate matter on a level that we just don't understand.
Exactly. So they can make gold. They can make, a sperm with my DNA in it. They can make pretty much anything they want. So they don't need, you know, anyone's eggs or sperm or fetuses
Good.
or implantation. You know, there's no need for this. That's a very high level of consciousness. And someday we'll be there. The movies and everything has manipulated us to, and some of, you know, a lot of abductees have this implanted in their head or whatnot, and they really believe this, and these things may have happened.
Mickey's
through
in
an
jail.
Authentic abduction.
Yeah, and there's also the aspect that, like I said, most of the abductions they are re-abductions. People that are part of these genetic programs where they're having fetuses implanted and these types of things, when they are returned, they are re-abducted by the military, who then go in, do some tests, try to figure out what's going on, then give the person a screen memory with our technology, which is why a lot of these abductees have a hard time because our method is very messy. The ET method is elegant and precise. So they create further problems for abductees by re-abducting them, debriefing them, examining them again, further traumatizing them, and then using a so-called method of removing the memory or giving them a screen memory.
We have reoccurring nightmares, and you know these things keep going on. It's not helping them for what they're doing at all. But this is just the way it is right now.
All right, I want to ask one last question on this subject, which is kind of dumb, but I think it's important. What's the end game? Why would a group that has colonized our solar system and has interaction with all these ETs want us to think that ETs are evil and traumatizing us and doing these horrifying
So
abductions?
when they do come and we do kill them with our, you know, our military, that we have the support of the people. We have to have the support of the people to move forward and kill these horrible, nasty, you know, creatures that are coming here to take over the planet.
Oh,
So that's why. And why do that? Because if you do prove ETs exist, the first thing Harvard and Stanford physics, the physics guy are going to ask, well, how the heck did they get here? They didn't use gas, coal, and oil. Oh, well, there's this other thing we didn't talk to you about that's been out there since 1899.
Which is,
The Tesla Stubblefield
yeah,
no.
the greatest classification of the land is not the ETs, it's how they got here.
Right. Exactly, because that solves everything. And so it's gas, coal, and oil. You know, we're gonna, if you prove they exist, then we gotta get rid of gas, coal, and oil because we don't
Damn
need them
it.
anymore.
I'm
All right.
so
And we
disappointed.
had a question in the comments from one of the episodes that was just you and me regarding benevolent abductions, your understanding of that, because it appeared in the comments, some people thought that you were saying that all abductions were PLFs, that there's nothing going on that's positive.
No, right, no, of course not. That definitely happens, and you know, where these abductions come, and maybe to help somebody out, or maybe to educate someone on something, and there's also you know, these other close encounters where people are actually going to the craft or walking up to the ET to meet them in a very nonchalant way, and not showing fear and showing a more welcome attitude and a high consciousness, which is happening all over now. People are contacting extraterrestrials, so people are wanting, you know, this, and the abductees, I think, what has happened from my experience of, you know, listening to these people is it's always been a very positive outcome of whatever it was. And I noticed a lot of these people were going through very hard times. with
Why are we
their
using
life,
cheap
where they were
glue
injured,
to
or they had
manufacture
very
children's
bad
toys? Do we
disease.
not care about our
And
children?
They were, you know, taken aboard this ship without knowing, but it turned out
We
to
not
be a
care
really
about
beautiful thing for them.
It sounds to
longevity?
me like if this military-industrial complex
Not
space
care about the
program is
planet?
creating this fear of negative ETs,
Do we not care about our grandchildren? We don't even give this to our grandchildren. We don't
every other
manufacture it to be
conquering race
garbage to begin
has
with.
demonized indigenous people and said they're savages, they're blood drinkers, dangerous, we gotta wipe them out. So they're just doing the same thing, except now instead of it being
It's a big
continents
yeah.
and oceans, it's planets between planets.
Correct. You know, we are trying to just divide and conquer. The human race just goes places, and you know, the more intelligent, you know, human on the planet, you know, teaching the savages to study this religion and do this or you're gonna die, type of thing, which we've done in the past, is now the opposite. We're the dumb ones, they're thinking, and they're too smart for us, so they're gonna do what we did.
Right.
And the thing is, they're not like that.
Yeah,
Okay?
Columbus all over again.
Okay? So don't think like a human. is what I'm trying to get at.
So I want to dumb it down a little bit here, and I want to talk about the abduction phenomenon that most people in conventional ufology are aware of. And just to set this up,
So PLFs are used for that. I know there's a lot of comments online. People are like, well, he doesn't believe in real. Well, no, there are. I'm not saying it's all just those abductions.
Yeah, those are usually the human abductions that come after the alien abductions. And they use PLFs and puppets.
Sure.
They use puppets
Yeah.
too, and they drug the people.
Right, they drug the people. And
so what people are seeing as grays, is that a PLF in a lot of cases?
I'm saying that probably 90% of a lot of these abductions are, man-made, human-made, and there are others, are real, and are possibly real, and I think that people out there need to understand that. Just through my experience and through my briefings and knowing people have been on these projects, that this is how they do it, and they definitely mind wash you and they brainwash you and they put these after they, like Corey just said, they'll come up to the house, okay, gas the house, and at the same time there'll be a puppet outside the window, and the next thing you know, you're knocked out, okay, and you wake up in an operating room and you're groggy, and they give you medications that make you kind of forget not forget.
Yeah, and any anesthesia.
Because everyone can't be really specific about it, because everyone's always a little, not everyone, but most people. And it's because you're drugged. And they want you just to see a couple things. They want you to see a big gray or a little gray up running around, poking you in the butt or whatever. And what happens is you wake up, in your bed the next day or on the side of the road, and you were abducted. And, they were abducted. Now, who abducted them is the question. And it was a real abduction. You did have something done to you, but was it extraterrestrial is the question.
Yeah, and another thing is these gray-looking PLFs are standard hardware for many different ET groups.
Right.
So many times the ETs, when they do abduct, they'll be in the next room, and it could be an insectoid, it could be any type, including a human,
Right.
but they all use this same type of PLF, and it is in there doing the hands-on work of doing whatever procedures are. And it's not only so that we don't know who they are, but it's also, it's kind of like wearing a spacesuit. They don't have to worry about getting any type of viruses or anything else from the subject.
Right, that's why they're so good, the PLFs.
Okay, we are out of time, but I wanted to end this on a positive note because we're getting into some disturbing material here. So I want to give both you guys a chance to do a little 30-second elevator speech on this. Do you think that what we're doing with this show to promote disclosure will stop the abductions, and if so, why?
Yes, disclosure is going to stop a lot of the human-led abductions. Most of these human-led abductions, they're really reabs or re-abductions. They're trying to figure out and follow what the ETs are doing with us when they pick us up in abductions. I recently reported that this genetic experiment is pretty much coming, not to an end, but humanity is going to take over their own management of this genetic program.
Hi.
So we are about to go through a very empowered period.
Give it.
Where we're going to be in control.
Glue it, that's right. We gotta glue it, baby.
Determination.
Give it the
And,
Legos.
there's not going to be a need for all of these beings
We'll be
come
back to
down and
Legos.
abduct us.
This is a castle. It's a
Marie,
wooden
What are
castle.
your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I agree with that. And
It's
I
made of
also think that
lightweight
this
wood.
disclosure
It's
does
not very
have,
stable.
that
The glue
also
is not that
opens the
great, and our
doors for
children are very
extraterrestrials to come here
strong.
safely.
You know where the
So
missing
there is
piece
gonna
is?
be
It's missing a
huge,
piece.
meeting of many different
Our
races
puzzle's
of
incomplete,
extraterrestrials in
madam.
the Galactic Federation. And what's going to happen is once that these extraterrestrials actually do show themselves, and everyone will be able to lower their shields down.
That looks like the
because
right height too.
you'll notice, well, my goodness, talking to you, you're not so bad after all. So these things are supposed to be factored in as us opening our arms to these people to actually bring cool technology also to us and help us, and also help us find out, who has been doing the abduction.
Hey,
They
you
don't
interrupted
protect
my
us from
video.
the ones that are doing the abduction. So there's this really joint venture.
It's not time for Tuggy. Can you stop touching the iPad?
So I think it's gonna be a good thing, and I think
Adelaide,
that people
stop
will
touching.
have open arms. I know I will.
Cannot.
And,
No,
a big
no, that's
transition,
not
like
good.
Corey said. And
Leave
the
it.
reputation immediately
Alright, let's check the drawbridge.
Computers and
Perhaps the single most exciting one is levitation. Imagine your body being able
Okay.
to fly through the air and nothing more than the power of thought.
Gonna make the jail.
Are there any secret hidden laws of nature that might
Alright,
allow
move
this
along.
to
I
happen?
gotta walk.
Things that we have easily overlooked in our current mainstream understanding of science. Can we find examples of levitation actually occurring in plants? How does the sap actually rise up a very tall tree to get up into the branches? Are there any flaws in the conventional model of sap transfer? And what happens when we start to explore the world of a prominent biologist who has discovered things that completely turn scientific orthodoxy upside down? These are some of the enigmatic questions we're going to tackle in this week's episode. So I want to set up this new season with some interesting questions to kind of look back at what we've been examining and the scientific case that we've been building up, the model of the universe, and start to look at gravity in a new way. Let's not forget what we were talking about before with our two Caltech scientists, Nima Arkhani-Hamed and Yaroslav Trnka. Once again, they discovered the secret history of quantum physics, which is that all of the universe in space and time is really emanating out of a single point, a seed, if you will. The universe is like a tree, but it all blossomed out of this one tiny object, which you can't even really define it as size because it's also the size of the whole universe. And everything in the universe is fractalizing off of this. So a star would be actually a fractal where the boundary has become spherical. And that means that there's all kinds of stuff going on in there. So space becomes an illusion, time becomes an illusion. The only thing that's really there is the geometry. And so it appears that we are dealing with separate objects. It appears that we're dealing with galaxies that are separate, stars within those galaxies, planets from those stars, etc.
What happened to your
In
letters?
fact, they're all emanating from a single point.
You want it back
We've
on?
also talked about the geometry.
Are you there?
Extensively now about cymatics,
Yes,
the
we're
science
here.
from Dr. Hans Jenny, where he looked at the vibrations that occur in water.
Says never
and
wash
sand.
whites with
If you
jeans.
introduce those vibrations, the sand goes from being a milky, muddy color, where it just looks like muddy water, to these incredibly gorgeous mandala-type patterns of geometry that the sand naturally assembles into. And they stay the same as long as you keep playing the same
Ah!
frequency. But when you change the
Stop playing with the
frequency,
drawbridge.
the sand goes
It's
on
drying.
to move.
No,
Sand
no,
starts
it's
moving
drying.
around
You don't play with
from
drying
one place
glue.
to another.
Stop.
So that is a force that causes sand
Letters.
to get on the go. It causes movement.
Stop playing with that.
Now, what is the idea?
All right,
of
this
movement
is
in
the tricky
universe?
one.
What
That's
is the
more
force
advanced.
that we
What you wanna
associate with
do
things moving?
is connect the letters, okay?
So
Let's play
now
the letter
we
game.
have a way
Let's
of
not
looking at
work it
gravity
right.
differently. What if gravity is resonance? In other words, if you look at one Hans Jenny frequency, you see the geometry.
Can you draw a
there,
line from the
and
R
then
to the R?
geometry changes. Those
Play the
sand
letter game.
particles
All right,
are
move
now
along.
go.
Away from my
And it's
desk, please.
frequency that moved them around. Could that actually be the same thing as gravity? Could gravity actually
You
be
did
simply
do
a
it.
result
You are
of
so
this
clever.
vibrational
Can I do
force?
one?
Well, I want you to think deeply about the implications of what I just said. Because if frequency is the secret of gravity, then
C
that
to
means
C.
that we could
B
potentially
to
manipulate
B.
gravity
E to
by
E. Can you do E to
manipulating
E?
frequency.
Do
And
E
what's
to
even
E.
more interesting than that for me is the idea
Can you go get me a baby wipe?
frequency itself can be like a tuning fork. where certain
You did do it. Good
structures
job.
naturally attract the
Do you have any
right
baby wipes?
frequencies. And those frequencies could counteract gravity.
I need a
So
baby
now
wipe,
we're
baby.
Marching into a whole new area of science that our traditional military-industrial complex, cabal-type infrastructure has not wanted us to know. They do not want us to understand that
Can you go get me a
gravity
baby
is not
wipe?
some mysterious force
They're in the
that scientists
bathroom.
have such a hard time understanding. Gravity is
This part needs to match.
fundamentally alterable
The bumpy
by
part. I could
altering
have sanded it.
frequency behavior.
Just gonna
And
try
this
to line it
brings
up
us
perfectly instead.
to a very interesting and enigmatic scientist from the late 1800s named John Ernst Worrell Keely. And
Let's see what we got.
is leading the project in terms of all the really interesting stuff that he was doing involving.
You got me a baby wipe. You are so sweet and so kind and so helpful. What'd you get? This a big shirt. They're wrinkled, but they're very cute. Oh, they have pockets. You like pockets? You like linen? Look, that's the serger stitching. You see the looped stitching? That's the serger stitch. You have any glue? You have any scissors?
Mommy, do it.
No, no phones and glue. Thank you for the baby wipes. These are really helpful. 3.
Clean it.
Clean it just a little bit.
Clean
No, no, that's gonna be too messy. You have to clean it after you
And you can retrofit it into existing cars.
after you
So all the way back in the 1800s, Keely was playing around.
We're gonna clean it after
and found
we
a very precise frequency
attach it,
that
not
he could
before.
generate that
No,
would cause
no, no. It's
hydrogen
okay
oxygen
for it to squish
to
out. It's
dissociate.
wood glue. Wood glue is allowed to squish out. Stop it!
Very strong force holding the atom together.
Alright, you.
And as
And
we
the
said
castle.
before with the Dr.
And the
Robert Moon
castle.
model
You.
of physics, that's the model,
it.
as I said, where the
To you.
geometric nucleus becomes paramount. The
A
protons
Do it.
now
to
are
A.
corners of the
Do
geometry.
M to M.
Well,
Do
you
it.
get rid of strong nuclear force and weak nuclear force, and now you're back to only really two forces
Do
in the
it
universe,
again.
which is
Do
gravity
it again.
Look, M.
And so we have talked a lot about the
Turn
idea that
up.
what's really
Shush.
holding the atom together is gravity.
M to M.
The behavior
Touch.
between the
Hold. Swipe. M.
nucleus
M
and
to
the
M.
electrons
Do it.
is the
No,
same as the behavior
You do.
around the
You gonna see again?
event horizon of a black
Okay,
hole.
let's see again. Let me
That's
show
the
you.
Merriman is talking
K to
about.
K, O to O, N to N. N to N.
Plus, what's interesting
K
is the
to
idea
K.
that the atom is
Okay.
actually
You do
powered
O to
by
O.
gravity. We also have
Straight
this
line across. Can you make a horizontal line?
The electrons are negative,
Do it again.
and the
Touch one O.
nucleus is positive.
Touch the O and draw a line to the other O and then let go.
Do it.
Also is a gravitational flow.
Yes, you
And as we've talked about before, that gets into
Well
this
done.
idea of
Letters.
electrogravity. The idea that if you have a very high electrostatic charge,
I think it's just
that
art.
you will
Stop
make
touching all the glue.
gravitational thrust. That's all true.
Up.
And I want to be clear, that is true, but you can also
Alright, we don't want too
manipulate
much glue holding that door
gravity
in
with
place.
frequency. You don't need electrostatics. This is another way to do it. So one of the things that Keely did was to be able to split
We'll make that line.
Here.
We don't want the
in the
door
atom
held
of
in place.
water without a problem. You know,
Okay.
the cable part, that's like a gravitational
gonna do-
repulsion, right?
Dicky.
But what's
Hold on
really
over
cool
here.
is that he actually
Dicky.
was able to build a flying craft
Dicky.
witnessed by
If
people in the
you
military.
work for
This is
business,
right around
Bye-bye.
before
if you have American celebrities
even before that.
or just
And what
people
he
who
had,
really know what they're doing,
supposedly,
teaching
was
celebrities
this disc-like platform
how
that he
to
stood on with all of these
assemble your product so that the
tuning
people who are learning
They
are
were
entertained. They learn to assemble,
forces and made
Mommy, do it.
entertain your
And depending
employees.
on how
They're not
he
mindless
tweaked
just
this
because they're
system,
good workers.
it would
Mommy,
go
do it.
and he would propel it in certain directions.
What a fine opinion.
Literally,
D
through
to
nothing
D.
more than
Oh,
frequency,
yes.
he discovered
Me.
Sometimes
something
it remembers.
which
Can you
was
do
the
K to
frequency
K?
could
Yeah.
manipulate
Touch
gravity.
K, draw a line
And the
across
thing,
the screen.
groaner,
Touch
right?
the other
groaner,
K,
or maybe
and
it's
let go.
something really good thing, is that these military generals
where's the
who
door?
were there witnessing this event said that the machine
Don't
was
like
so
it.
weird and clunky.
Here's the
It's
door.
a total steampunk kind of thing.
Yeah,
right?
yes.
It's very
This is
weird
the
looking
jail door.
platform.
Do
It has no
This is
practical
medieval
military
architecture.
element. Okay.
Doggone.
Before the
Doggone.
Wright brothers had built the airplane,
Doggone.
they didn't see how you could put bombs on this thing. Right?
Did it.
And in the course of moving through something, it's creating a vibration.
Alright, I had it
The shape
upside
that
down.
you make is just the right shape.
Upside down.
You could manipulate the atoms
Upside down.
to get the
Upside
right
down.
no.
Then
Upside
gravity doesn't
How are we gonna move this?
gravity.
We have-
Gravity is the energy flowing into all the atoms of the earth to make the earth.
Oh, you're not on speaker. Let me
The
see.
atoms are feeding on
Try
gravity.
FaceTime.
Gravity is what causes them
Are you
to
guys running errands?
and that gets
Running
gases
errands?
on a level that
No, I
allows
can
the
hear you.
gravity
I can't really hear you. Sounds like you're.
Oh no, that's
keeps
David
it going,
Wilcox in
like
the
a
background.
flame that keeps burning. Okay? So think about like
The show, like his connections are amazing. His show is a little bit boring.
Wind is blowing through, but the mosquito gets stuck to the screen.
Like the stuff like that he does with scientific studies, like how he picks them apart.
What are you guys working on?
Blowing us down, holding us on the surface as it goes down.
What?
But
Some lessons with
I
it.
also say
No, not yet. I started working on gluing the thing when he was playing outside. Now I'm finishing gluing the thing. Adelaide is not helping. Adelaide! Stop. What happened to FaceTime?
You got a downward pressing force, you got an up pressing
How
force.
did,
They're almost exactly the same. But
I
the
think he did
downward
really good.
force
He left
wins by a
like
little
a
bit.
teeny tiny pile
So
of
how do I explain that?
sticks in the front. I
Hey,
scooped him up with our new
Daddy,
scoop.
Castle.
Are like little
They're all good. We glued it, and the movable pieces are still movable.
Think about a whirlpool inside a
in the
stream.
front yard or in the front
The
of
whirlpool
the
appears to have its
No,
own
it's just in the front yard by the trash
but it's
cans.
only made by
Adelaide! Come on! I had it perfect! Knock that off!
just like with the
Fixing things is not easy.
Win and it has to flow back.
Take the phone and move along.
Studied, have looked at the idea.
I'm all excited because I'm finished, and you're literally coming along and screwing up the hardest part, which is also the last step.
Pressing force, it has a levity force. So that means that right now, let's assume you're probably sitting down as you're watching this. You might be watching.
You have phone on your head.
Yeah.
Talk to Daddy. Say hi,
Pushing
Daddy.
you into your chair, but at the same time, it's pushing you up.
Come here. Bring him here.
So what if there was a way that you could kind of bend the rules a little bit and change your frequency so that the force that wants to push
Playing
you
with
down,
baby wipes. Did you help Mommy find the baby wipes to glue the castle?
right?
Tell Daddy we fixed the castle.
Do it that much, just a little bit.
Hi,
And what's going to happen? If the downward force and upward force are slightly out of sync, they're slightly.
The old castle. I'm pretty sure the new castle's
The
assembled.
upward force is the one that's left. The upward force is still there.
Shit. Does
So
not
you
want to
can
stay.
dial in that frequency.
Alright, I'm gonna have to take it.
Okay. So that's the model. Now,
Hold on,
again, this
baby.
is a little
Let me take this
complicated.
outside. I just got a layer of glue
Any
in
trouble
place.
understanding
And
this?
it's not
All
wanting
you
to sit
really have
right.
to do is think of the tug of war game, the idea that there's two opposing forces, and that with the right frequency tricks, like what Keeley discovered, all Keeley did with that platform is get it at the right resonance, so that the atoms of his body and the atoms of that ship, that gravity was moving through.
Just a little bit. She was tired when they were outside.
They're jiggling just the
Oh,
right
you
way,
showing him
gravity slips
Zeus?
in between. But levity
Is
is
he on
still
FaceTime?
working,
Come on,
and levity goes
FaceTime.
whoop, and pushes it up. So this is where it gets really, really cool because certain structures, certain shapes might automatically do this, and it just works. You don't even need moving parts. And that appears to be what trees are actually doing. We've all bought into a lie. We've looked at the idea of sap rising up through trees. It's a total levitational effect, but all we think about is it being like a straw. But the straw model doesn't work. So, again, you don't have to take my word for it. There's a very prominent scientist from Caltech who's done an amazing job going through all this. And his name is Dr. Orvin Wagner. He doesn't like Orvin. He only usually uses the first initial O. His middle name is Ed, so he usually goes by Ed. But we'll call him Dr. Orvin Wagner for now. And he has independently rediscovered the same science that so many other scientists we've talked about on the show have,
You don't like Cheetos?
which I call the source field. The traditional Russian physics name for it is fortune
That sounds
field.
like a lie.
He discovered this in plants, and he discovered some very amazing anti-gravity effects.
You have
scientifically.
anti-fray stuff?
So here's a picture of Dr. Orvin Wagner, and this is a picture of his website, which is called Waves in Dark Matter. That's the title. Wagner Research Laboratory homepage, darkmatterwaves.com. Notice that he has two tabs. He has the plant research division, and he has the cosmology division. Now, one
What's
of the
that?
things that he's selling on this website.
No, Anson's upstairs. I'm gonna have to go get him in a little
is
bit.
This book called Waves in Dark Matter by O. Ed Wagner. Again, he usually doesn't like the name Orvin. He gets rid of it. He likes to be called Ed. I want you to look really carefully at this title graphic, and I want you to see what's happening here. He's got the sun, and he's got this weird DNA-like wave coming off the sun. And notice that where the nodes of the wave are, and he gives you this wave diagram right here, so let's just look at that for a second. you have nodes and antinodes. And the wave in this case would be like a string. So try to understand what you're seeing here. Where it says node on the far left and node on the far
What are you
right, those two
eating?
bars would be what the string is mounted to.
Okay.
And if it's like a guitar string,
Let's see here.
you pluck it. If it's at the right
New shorts.
frequency, then what
You
will
think they'll be
happen
stretchy?
is that you
I bet they're
can
gonna
actually
shrink
look
a
at it
lot.
close, and you will see that just like a jump rope, the string is going up and down.
You have to talk really loud, baby.
Similar to like a seesaw, right? Where in the seesaw you have people going this way and that way. But there's
Yeah, that'll be
Hey,
good.
Mom.
the scientific term. There's a balance point in the middle.
Yeah.
It doesn't move. So in the same case with a vibrating string, you'll have nodes. These areas where the string is moving up and down on either side.
Never.
But then where
Yeah.
the node is, the string
Like
stays
that.
still.
Like
So the node is the point where everything gets pushed to, because the rest of the string is going to move things around.
Yeah.
So again, this gets into the
I could do
idea
a rapping
of
video.
gravity being a frequency. That there's something
No, I haven't
moving
texted him.
as a wave
I really should call. What time is it?
towards the nodal point. So the node for the Earth in this case would be like the center. Where you push towards the center is these.
Yeah, do you want to call him?
So let's
No,
have a look again back at his book cover because there's a lot.
Just tell him that she's welcome anytime he wants to bring her and that I will come get her so he doesn't have to drive over here in the morning. So he's not late to work. Because I don't mind getting up early. Just tell him that we've been getting up earlier and we really want that to be regular. And she's welcome to come as often as he wants to bring her. And if he's really busy, I can take her back. I mean, I think it's helpful to have her here. And our kids need more interaction around more people. That's why I think that we need to have phone calls with Nana, phone calls with your parents.
So part of what he's done is to get into this idea that plants can communicate with each other.
She'll probably help with
using this
something.
basic science of
I don't know.
waves.
Her headaches are
And the
really,
nodes are
really,
important
really bad.
Because what he discovered was that these node points do exist on trees, and that where the node points
Yeah.
are located, you get
No, she
higher
called me
electrostatic
on
charge.
Saturday, I
You get
think it
more
was. She was
static
crying.
energy
She's
that you
just
can
so
measure
lonely.
scientifically.
And I'm like, I would love to come up there. I just can't. Like, you need to get Dad to come see me. And she's like, well, he won't. So maybe if you call and you say, oh, she's definitely welcome. She's definitely appreciated. We definitely want her. Then maybe he'll listen to you because he is a guy and he is masculine. So he tends to listen to other guys.
The aspect of trees communicating. Now, many of these scientists.
All right, baby. I love you. Thank you.
They haven't
Bye.
seen other studies about it. They've discovered this independently.
Sometimes when you buy
So
things
he
from overseas, you have to
actually
click the
called
loose
them
threads.
W waves for whatever reason.
They have to
That's
make
what he
these
came
things
up with.
super fast.
So this is on a site that talks
They don't
about
have access to
field
replicators.
research
Do you think
and
3D printers can
very
print
exciting.
clothing?
Physicist Ed Wagner says
Then we
he
could
has
just work
found
on
evidence that
perfect
trees
clothing.
talk to each other in a language that he calls W waves. If
And
you chop into a tree, you can
honoring
see
the
that
integrity of the
adjacent
clothing
trees have
creators.
an electrical pulse, said Wagner.
How will we do that?
So this gets into a very
how will
similar
we honor
thing
the integrity of the clothing
discovered
creators
by our
and the
lie
integrity
detector
of our
scientist, Dr. Cleve Baxter.
great
So he
grandchildren
took
and the
lie
integrity of the
detector that
planet?
actually measures electrical fluctuations in the skin and hooked it up
You think we
to
can
the leaves of a plant.
3D print clothing? This
And the
actually,
amazing thing that Baxter discovered
it dries
was that
pretty
by simply thinking about threatening the plant, in this case
pretty
burning
neutral. I don't think that's going to
without
show up at all.
actually burning
Some
the
fabric
leaves,
glues do show
the
up,
plant screams
which is bad.
electrically. It actually has this massive electrical spike in this fluctuation. So consciousness alone could do
I could
this.
flip this out and let it
Now,
dry.
In Wagner's case, he's not having his mind
Zzzz.
cause these effects.
Okay.
Baxter, as I've discussed
Oh,
in
one
other
more
episodes,
thing.
He found this with
You should
organisms,
definitely
he found
fix
this
things.
with
Ah!
cells,
Ah ha ha!
he
Ah
did
ha
with
ha!
yogurt, he
What
did
are you
with
doing? These are my
chicken
special
eggs,
cards.
refrigerator,
We need a
regular,
holostand. Do you know how to make a holostand? Okay, we need a better bag. Don't wrinkle them. We're gonna make cute stamps and make little tags. You
Table.
want them on the table?
It goes right through human
Look, they're
cells,
nice. They're
where
thick.
we have scientists like NASA
They're a little bit
astronauts
rough edges. If you're really OCD or you're selling these,
give
do you decorate them? You can
blood
sand them
samples
first.
in a lab
On
with
table.
Super lightly.
Phoenix, Arizona.
We need a bag to put them in now that you've dumped them all out of their bags.
Something happens to him
That's
on the way,
at the bag.
every
That's
time
not
he gets
particularly
shot,
helpful.
Cells in the lab do the same thing. They have an equal reaction. And I did at one
Do you have any
point
stamps that are cute?
before his death.
What is a cute greeting
Mom.
you can attach to a gift
Mom.
that doesn't say happy birthday, it
Happy.
doesn't say thank you or Merry Christmas?
The plant actually didn't scream in our key
It says
scene.
awesome.
He
Happy.
wasn't gonna take it.
Happy.
So I actually sent my
Are you
interview
helping?
to this plant
Yes.
and
said
Oh,
I'm gonna
wow.
hurt you, Car, I'm gonna burn you, I got really angry, and
So we take them out, we inspect them, and then we put them away, huh?
oh, we got a reaction here.
Does that help thing?
And so I got the performance out of it I needed.
Alright, what kind of string do you want to use? Do you have any cute string?
That was many years
Really, you do. God knows you
In this
do.
case, the
Listen.
way the plant is being traumatized.
Alright. You can't break them all shoving those in there.
What
Here.
he found, what
Good.
Wagner found,
Perfect. High five.
was that the
Boom.
plants sent signals to each other.
So an awkward
that
angle for high
absolutely
five.
were not
No, I'm gonna fix the box. Where's the tape
were
gun?
not
Go get the
based on
tape gun.
chemicals
Do you
or
see the tape gun?
pheromones either.
Yeah.
Can I have my
It's a
phone?
weight.
You're killing the battery. It's
It's
just
in
sitting there a
Berkeley
lot.
Baxter, it's in
Sucking
Berkeley
up battery
University
juice.
Science.
Where's the other piece?
This is a guy who just happened to find all this on his own. So let's keep reading. So if you chop into a tree, adjacent trees put out an electrical screen. Very interesting. Explaining the phenomenon, Wagner pointed to a blip on a strip chart recording of the electrical pulse coming off of a tree. It puts
Adelaide?
out a tremendous cry of alarm, he said. So the tree is screaming, just like what Baxter
Aha!
did. The adjacent trees put out smaller screams.
If you teach your children.
Cool. So before we go any further here, just so that you understand who we are talking about, I took something from the end of the article and put it up here.
It's
This guy
spaced
is a
out.
hardcore academic with
I don't think it's
multiple
recording
published
anything.
papers in reputable mainstream scientific journals. So again, we don't want any news. This
You
is
just hit
real.
the home
This
button and
guy
go back.
is a breakthrough
We kind of had a freeze up in the app.
engineer who's come up with something
It's a long
that's
video.
similar to Galileo,
Trying to
but based on
upload
what
lots
Mercury
of
tells us.
video information
Let's look at his credentials.
to the site.
Wagner, at this time, was 55 years old. This was in the 1990s. Holds a doctorate in physics from the University of Tennessee.
Who in my life said?
And he formerly taught at the prestigious
Oh, that was one of my
Oak Ridge
favorite
National
favorite
Laboratories in
teachers.
Tennessee, and for 5 years,
Favorite.
he
Line up the
taught at
numerals.
California
That's the
State
easiest way to
Polytechnic
start.
University, which is Caltech. Okay.
Start in the middle.
So this guy, he's got a doctorate. He worked at Oak Ridge.
Mr.
He's
Sheffield.
been
He
a
taught
professor for 5 years at Caltech.
advanced
Yay!
Language arts in high school.
In electronics. Take a look.
And he
He
taught.
returned to his family home in Weimar about
can't do it
15
on
miles
my
east of Grants Pass. This is
Take
Quit
a-
shoving
Take
things
a-
at me. Thank you.
Take a-
You found the tape gun very well. Very well.
Laboratory. Maybe he had enough money he could kind of retire. And then about 6 years ago, he
Take
earned a degree
a-
in electrical engineering.
Baby, I already found it. I've got tape on my hands. At this point, you're just distracting me with your
By
find.
these signals
This
that the plants were
You
creating.
don't have to
He
be
chopped into
perfect.
them.
You'll probably just start at the beginning. But if you
Be an
fix
electrical
things,
effect.
you're teaching your children to be fixers instead
He
of
actually goes and gets a degree
replacers.
in
And you're
Mommy,
teaching them that you don't want it torn up, and you're teaching them that you care about them and you care about the materials that you buy for them.
Take Mom.
And it doesn't take very long.
His research was published
And you
last
can get a
fall
tape gun.
in Northwest Science Magazine, which is put out
And who doesn't love a good tape gun?
Association and Washington State University in Pullman, Washington. This is another
Shipping tape, packing tape is great for fixing all kinds of
They have
children's
it.
Communication
They have
between
it.
trees for several years,
flaws.
they try to explain
Have it.
away by saying that
mistakes.
trees are producing
Have
chemicals.
it.
And
Especially
you
with
probably heard
books,
that as well.
library
That's the
books.
conventional view, that's where
Library
everything
books
comes
is
from.
better to have the gift wrap tape, the Scotch brand gift wrap tape.
Mommy have.
But I think the real
Mommy,
communication is much quicker
Mommy have it.
with chemicals.
Alright, one more.
These trees
Don't
know
wrinkle it.
within
You want it?
seconds what is happening
Here you
around
go.
them. This is an automatic
Look on
response. And by the way, this is
What are you gonna-
exactly what
Look
Dr.
on
Baxter discovered, which apparently Dr. Wagner doesn't know about that.
Why are these boxes so cheap?
It's the kind of thing where you can threaten one type of life and another type of life.
Oh no, it got all wrinkled.
There
If you
was
care about
one
whether the
Baxter
tape is wrinkled, you should not have a
experiments
helper
where he throws an
helping.
antibiotic into yogurt,
Okay?
and then other yogurt in another room that's hooked up to
It's
a
bothering you.
electrical monitor screams at the moment that
Take
yogurt is
that.
dying. in
Don't
the
try
other
to take
room
it off.
from being
Take
killed by the
that.
antibiotic.
Take
So we already
Good enough.
know from Baxter that this is how it
Yeah,
happens,
you can
but
smooth
what's
out the
cool is
wrinkles.
that Dr. Wagner
Slightly.
scientifically
Scratch
measured
along.
Texted, you had already texted him. He texted you.
Wagner has measured the speed of what he's calling
I'm
W
bringing
waves at
him
about
in tomorrow
3
and
feet per
do
second
that
through
more.
trees, about 15 feet per
He
second.
said he's already
Yeah,
texted me and
isn't
he'll
that
be here in the
interesting?
morning.
So it goes
I don't know. That's he's saying it, but
faster.
Maybe you didn't.
If it's
Uh,
traveling, and if it has to travel through the air.
He said Tuesday might work better. No, Adelaide, you're tearing it up again. I just got done
Well,
fixing
he was
it.
like, yeah, I'm planning on being here tomorrow with Anna, and I'm gonna come by after.
Very good.
Um,
Did you tell him that I could come get her?
Yeah, I did. He said that's absolutely fine. You can come get her whenever you want, and he can swing by after work and pick her up.
That's good because I'd rather come get her and have her more often than him feel put out and bring her less. I mean, I'd absolutely rather have her more. I'd like to be there for my mom. It's kind of hard when we have a business and we have to homeschool. And I'd like her to be around the kids. And then,
So that's an important point.
you know, honestly, she does help me out because she keeps them company.
Yeah, well, as another adult in the house, that she can help. I mean, do what she can do, obviously, but
She can do whatever
as
she
far
can
as like
do.
helping them with schoolwork, helping to organize stuff, you can get it up on the couch for her so she can, get her 2 or 3 baskets beside her so she can
Yeah,
just start organizing stuff.
Adelaide, we don't need to take them. Yeah, she's helped them organize things before without any requests.
Well, I plan on doing something like that tomorrow. Get out 3 or 4 of the baskets and have her start helping organize them. If you aren't doing cupcakes today, I'm assuming you didn't do them.
Yeah. No, I didn't do them. Okay, you're
Then
not.
she'll have to get her upstairs tomorrow. Gotta sit, I wouldn't put her on one of those chairs. You have to figure
I don't know if
out
she
a
wants to
better chair.
go upstairs. I
I
don't know if she wants to go upstairs, honestly. I think she's really scared of falling, which is kind of lame because our stairs are, I mean, she does her stairs at her house, so maybe she'll be ready to go up our stairs.
She can go up the stairs with you behind her or hold her arm.
But she goes up the stairs at her house. Aren't her stairs carpeted? I mean, our stairs are much better and they're much, they have a shallow depth. Adelaide, you are out of control. Your energy trying to tell me what you want to do and what you want me to do is too much. No more, that's right. Can you say bye-bye, video? Say bye-bye.
So let's
Sorry,
do what we
Mr.
can
Hayes,
do tonight.
sometimes.
Tomorrow, just keep in mind, we're gonna just keep the house, straight and cleaned up, cupcakes done.